Barrett Cohen, WLSN, LaSalle Broadcasting Network. It's senior night here at Bill Cady Court, and we got Coach Williams and Coach Post here. And senior night, you guys, this is your first year, Coach, with LaSalle. And, anytime you have a senior night, it's an important game. But you guys had a tough task tonight facing the number 3 team in the state. Start with you, Coach. That's a tough task on senior night. Who made that schedule up?
Unfortunately, I did. Actually, fortunately, I did. I love having the best competition. We haven't won the most games this year, but it's always been a success this year where all of our losses have come against top 10 in the state.
Coach, one thing that I've been hearing a lot of is you're really changing this program around. Dan Forkham, who's with Beacon Orthopedic, is a big volleyball guy. He said you guys together have you're changing the dynamics of the volleyball program. These guys believe, they played the number 3 team in the state. You can't tell by the 3-0, but you guys ran almost at least the first 2 games. How have you been able to change that program around? Because you don't have tall guys on the team. How have you been able to do that?
It's a lot of dedication on our part, and we've been doing this for a very long time. I've played volleyball for many, many years. He's coached volleyball for so many years, and we hold people accountable for what they do. And I think that's really helping in this world, is having people be held accountable for what any action they have, and I think we're trying to bring that to this program.
Also,
Coach, what about you? What's it like to be a part of this LaSalle volleyball program?
well, I tell you, one of the biggest reasons that we have been successful is defense. We don't have the height, we don't have the size. Coach and I came in here and we knew we had to get them to believe in defense. We run a rotation defense that no other team in the city runs, and we run it like no other team.
Explain what is a rotation defense?
There's 2 basic types of defense in volleyball. You have a perimeter, which 99% of all teams run. Then there is a rover defense where the middle back plays up and the 2 sides play back. And then there's a rotation defense where when the ball is set, everybody in the back row shifts. And we run that shift. We put the people in the right place to dig a ball. If the block is set in the right place and we're down to dig, we can pop it up. We took those guys to 4 sets and their home gym. First time in a long time. So we measure our victories in little tiny steps, and we want to see them again in the state tournament.
This guy's got a future on WLSN. There's no doubt about that. Coach, let's look down the road in a minute, but I want to first talk about the seniors and the impact. These guys would have liked to win some more games, I'm sure, but you're building a program, and Coach Morris talked about it. You build a program from the ground up, and that's what you're doing here. What would you like to say to the departing seniors tonight?
They were a pain in my butt, but they've been great. I've loved every minute with them, and they bought in, and that's always the hardest thing when you got somebody on their way out, that they bought into what we were saying, and I can't be more proud about all of them. We threw some of them into positions that they've never been in, and for them to come out and perform the way they have this year, I couldn't be happier.
Talk about the future of this volleyball program. What's your goal moving into your second year?
Our goal is to keep building. We have a good freshman class that's in right now, and we're going to be very young next year on varsity. But I think with what they already know and what we can bring in for next year, I think we're looking pretty good for next year.
Let's talk to some of those seniors and talk about their experience of playing under the coaches in this 2014 volleyball season. Welcome back to Bill Cady Court on WLSN, LaSalle Broadcasting Network. Barrett Cohen with executive producer Mike Nye. It's senior night, and we have Alex Brutz. I got to read my cheat sheets. Jack Goldschmidt, and you got Adam Mueller, Albin Schneider, and Jason Schuler here. And guys, look at this. You guys got fans behind you. Look at this. You guys, turn around, guys. Look at this. That's pretty incredible. You got now, Ed. You got it. There you go, Ed. Ed didn't read the script. He had it upside down. But how cool is this? The fans showed up tonight for senior night. It's a really cool event here, and I'll tell you what, of all the fans that I've been around at football, basketball, whatever, you guys probably have the best fans at LaSalle High School. You guys agree?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. Now, what's one thing that you can take away? Look at this signs back here. Mike and I need signs like this when we're on the air. It's senior night, okay? And this volleyball program, it's fairly new. Especially under Coach West. Talk about the experience of being a senior. I went to school with your dad, so I'm feeling kind of old right now. I'm not going to lie to you. But talk about the experience of being a senior and playing at a volleyball team that's really exploding right now, and the way you guys are playing, the popularity. And you guys were kind of the ones that set the table.
Yeah, it feels great to be the older guy that can kind of mentor, though, because we have freshmen and sophomores that are on the varsity team, and then there's the JV team, and it makes it a lot of fun just to kind of mentor them and see how much they look up to us and just kind of pass along what we know.
You look like your dad too.
Thanks.
Oh, that's good. I was gonna say, oh, that's good or bad. All right, let's go down to Alex Brutz, and Alex, talk about your experience. Your dad's unbelievable. He's one of the biggest supporters of WLSN, but you're not a Pittsburgh Steeler fan, are you?
Oh, I definitely am.
All right, we'll go to the next interview then. No, I'm just kidding. We'll come back to you. I'm just kidding you. We'll pray for you. But talk, if you could, about your experience as a senior.
Oh, it's been great. We've had new coaches this year. They've really helped us along this year. Playing with my teammates wouldn't have been a season without these guys. I have to thank them. It was great with the fans here. Usually we didn't have fans like this coming to our games, but these people were great.
Now we got Adam Mueller here, and Adam, if you could talk about your experience. We kind of hit you first. This is a pretty memorable night being a part of this LaSalle program. You guys, do you feed off the energy of the crowd?
Oh, definitely. I think it's really hard to play volleyball in a quiet gym because it's that kind of fast-paced sport, and really it's got, I think, the most mental component of any sport out there, because if you get down on yourself, then it's really hard to play good volleyball. So having the fans here and having ourselves be positive, they help us stay positive, and that really keeps us up. So it's a very, very important part of the sport of volleyball.
You got off. Yeah, that's a great answer, by the way. You got a future at WLSN too. Jason Scholler, I got a tough question for you. All right, you ready? I want to know one funny story about Coach West Post. I mean, now keep in mind, now we're on TV, so you got to be real careful. But you got Coach Williams. Okay, what do you got? A funny story about him?
Well,
you know he's going to watch this at some point.
yes, he will watch this. All right, so recently they started playing like coaches in a sand volleyball league, and apparently Coach Williams gets a hula hoop in the court, and any ball that goes in the hula hoop is his ball. If it's outside the hula hoop, it's not his ball. So it's someone else's fault if it lands outside the hula hoop.
He's going to pay you guys back when he hears watches this, no doubt about that. Your favorite memory here, playing here at LaSalle High School?
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, we've had a lot of great games this year. Oak Hills was one of the most memorable ones, coming back from a 2-loss deficit and winning it in 5 games. And then this game, like the second game, was really great, going that far with Elder. Unfortunately, we didn't come out strong in the third game as much, but those were 2 of the best memories this year at least.
Albin's on the end, right? You're quiet like me. So let's go over here and talk to Albin if we could. And Albin, let's first of all talk about, now you're the quietest one. I can always tell just by looking at you guys. You're the quietest one of the group, aren't you? Or are you just hiding it?
Not at all, no.
Jason's the quietest one. Jason, hey, Alex. I'm thinking Jason Scholler for some reason. All right. Talk, if you could, though, Albin, about your experience of playing on the LaSalle volleyball team. A pretty special experience, isn't it?
It's been really special. I got to say, Wes has really moved me around a lot, and he's really made me a better player this past year. I've gotten a lot more skills in this past year than I have over my other 3 years. It's all about moving me around, and he's really showed me how to approach, how to block, how to attack, and I really think that he'll make this volleyball program stronger in the next 4 years.
Are you guys going to come back and be a part of this in the future? Or you guys, because you guys really hold the key to something special, because everybody around the school is talking about the volleyball program, and really you guys laid the groundwork going forward. So check back in. Plus, I'm the alumni guy now, so now you guys have to. So I'll be on you all the time now. All right, so let's get you guys together one last time. Get the hand up. Let's do a Lancers roll deep. All right, on 3. Let's make it so everybody in the purple can hear it. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Lancers roll deep! That's the seniors right there, guys. That's pretty cool for Mike Nye and the seniors here. And how about the girls? Give them a round of applause, too. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Barrett Cohen from Bill Cady Court on WLSN, LaSalle Broadcasting Network.